Good afternoon guys, it's Ali and welcome to today's video. So today guys, I'm going to be making some faux washi tape. I thought if I made some, I could put some in my junky junk journal. I obviously can't use my washi tape that I've got, so I thought I'd just come on and show you what I'm doing. I'm going to use, I'll show you 3 different sort of substrates. I've got just ordinary packaging tape, I've got masking tape, and this is just double-sided sticky tape. So I thought we'd do a couple of each and I'll just show you what I do. I've got my oxides and my distress spray stains, and I've also got my alcohol inks. Okay, so we'll start off with these. Let's just, I don't know how many colours I'm going to need. Let me just see if I can fit this on the end of my desk. Too much stuff on. Right, so I've got some baking paper. This is just to stick my tape onto. Then I can, now I've got white on white here, which probably isn't a good idea, but I couldn't find my brown masking tape, so we'll just go with it. So just get a piece of baking paper and your masking tape. Oh, I've got no room here. And just put it on. Yeah, I just thought this I will be able to use in my junky junk journal because it's not bought, I've made it. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3, we'll just do 5. Like I said, I've got tons of washi tape, but I wanted some that I could use in my, so I don't know whether the camera will pick that up, but you've just seen me stick my masking tape down. I'm just going to put some gloves on just because I don't want inky fingers forever and a day. Okay. And let's just choose an oxide ink or a spray stain. Let's have this one, Salvage Patina. So I'm just going to spray a bit of that down. Okay, I'm just going to get my little sponge dabber and I'm just going to sponge across. Need a bit more. In fact, I could probably even spray on here. Yeah, let's do that. That'll be easier, won't it, than doing it on there. Let's get rid of that, and then it'll be a bit darker as well. Now, I've not lifted all different colour sponges out, so I'm just hoping that we can use the same sponge. Okay, I don't know how long that'll take to dry, but we'll go with it. If you've got oxides and that, always wipe the tip because it stops them from blocking. Right, let's find another one. Peels Paint. This is one of my favourites. I like this colour. Give it a good. This is an oxide. Okay. In fact, I can probably just spray them. I don't even think I need to. Yeah, we can just spray them, can't we? I don't need to use my foam thing on these. We'll just spray. Just I don't know how long they'll take to dry, you see, that's the only thing. Yeah, okay, and then let's get another one. Let's get this sort of a yellowy colour. Sorry guys, I've had to put the box to the side of me here because there's two. Let's do a vintage photo. This is a stain. Now maybe I could just spread it across a little bit with this one because this is quite dark. If you've not got inks and you've not got alcohol inks, if you've got paints, watercolours, acrylics, anything like that, anything that you can put colour down, gelatos, what else could you use? Let's use this saltwater taffy. Anything that you can use for colour. Oh, that's nice colour. Okay, again, I'll just wipe the end. I'm just gonna, oh, I don't want to mix the brown with that. But you get the idea, don't you? I'm just adding colour. Right, let's do that last one. I'm looking for a yellow. Come on, yellow, yellow. I should label them all really. Put that here, fossilised amber. This one will do. Ages since I've had my sprays out. Right. Okay, so as you've just watched me do there, I've just put colour down. So I'm going to give that a little bit to dry while we move on to the other background. Right, let's get the other piece. Right, so the alcohol inks don't work on the masking tape, but they work on this packaging tape. It's just ordinary sellotape. Now, the thing I've got to try and do is find the end with my gloves on. This is a lot thicker, this tape. I think I'm going to have to take my glove off wire. Just look for the end. Oh. Let's just see if I can find it. There we go. So I'm going to do the same again. Now obviously you won't be able to see it on the, let's just move them out the way for a minute, and then I've got a bit of room at the side of me. That's better. I can move my arms now. Right, so this is a lot thicker. Now you won't see it on there, but you'll see it once I put the inks on. Let's just oops. And that's two. I'm just doing it, I thought, just to show you, you know, if you've not got any washi tapes, or like me, you're doing a journal where you're just doing all junky. I'm just going to put 3 pieces on here. Then you could make some. Right, what's that we've got under there? Right, okay, let's see if I can get this glove back on, because alcohol inks really do stain your hands. Right, there we go. Right, let me just have a look which colour inks I want. Let's have a look. What have we got? These are all my inks. I'm going to use my Tim Holtz ones. Oh, that's nice. What's that one? Alcohol Pearl. Let's try that one. That's an alcohol pearl. And that's an alcohol pearl. We'll have an orange, a yellow and a pink, I think. Right, so what I'm going to do, I can just about see the sellotape myself. Now alcohol ink dry really quick, so I'm just going to put some ink on there, and then I'm going to get my brush and just, and these are alcohol ink pearls, so it's got like a shimmer to it. Let's just put a bit more on. There's not enough on there. That's better. I'm not going to use any blending solution because I'm moving it with my brush. I don't need to. I'm not doing it on paper. A bit more down this end. Now then I'm going to have to probably wash my brush. Right, there you go. So you can see that. So let's just rinse my brush out. And let's get another colour. Right, okay, let's try this one, which is called, does it tell me? No, they're just numbers. It's like a yellow. Same again, I'm just going to push it across. I can't see where the end of the sellotape is, but obviously when I come to use it, what I do is I get a piece of acetate and I take it off this and wrap it around the acetate, so it's just like a washi tape only on. I didn't get any acetate out. I'll see if I can find a bit and show you what I mean. Just as a way of storing it really. And then the last one I'm going to use is this pinky colour, which is really nice. first time I've used these alcohol pearls. I bought them ages ago when, oh, that's blocked, that one. No, I'll have to change it. I don't want to start unblocking it now. I'll have a look at that in a minute. Yeah, I bought them when Crafters Companion were closing down. Not Crafters Companion, sorry. Creative Expressions were closing down. Yeah, bought them really cheap. Got a couple of green. Let's have a blue. Not got anything blue, have we? Right, let's try that one. Oh, that's a nice colour. Again, I'm just gonna move it across. Like I said, alcohol ink dries really quick, so we might probably work on these before the other one, to be honest. Right, okay, so there's that one. Let's put them back. I'll leave that one out and try and see if I can unblock it. I'm just going to put that out of the way. Right, so let's put that one over there for a minute, and then I'll just show you the last one. Let's move this now because you'll get a glare. I can take that off now. Let's move that because I don't want you to have a glare on the camera. We can move that. So finish that one off in a minute. The other way is just to use just some card or whatever you've got. I'm just going to get a couple of pieces of card here. I'm only going to do one piece just to show you. This is if you've not got any or if you don't want to use sellotape or masking tape. This you can just do on card. Oh, I'll tell you what I need to do first because I need to see how wide it is. I'm going to use double-sided tape on here. So what I'm going to do, I have got some thinner somewhere, but I didn't want to spend any time looking for it. So I'm going to put a piece of this on here. Like so, okay. It doesn't have to be this wide one. You can make narrower washi tape. Okay, let's just put that over there. Let's just trim that bit off at the end. And all I'm going to do on this one is collage. So I'm just going to get some little bits and pieces. Let's just get my pokey tool. Let's just move that. That'll be dry in a minute anyway. Let's cut this. Let's just cut this off. Okay, so that's going to be your washi tape strip. Okay, let's just put that over there for a minute. And then, like I said, I am just going to collage on here. So let's take that bit back first. Where have I just put my pokey tool? Oh, mustn't have got it. There it is. So I'm just going to take back. Just going to take back half of it for a minute, and then you've got the sticky there, and you can just start your collaging. You know, oh, I've been looking everywhere for them. The lovely Sue sent me them. I was looking for them the other day, and I thought I'd put them in a safe place, but I hadn't. Obviously, I've just put them put them there. Yeah, and just stick your papers on. Let's just get some different ones. You know, you can use whatever paper you want. Now, obviously there's no glue there, but I'll go back and I'll glue all the little bits down at the end where there's not been any glue. Just looking for some bits of paper. Yeah. Let's take that all off now, eh? Put that on. Got some Edith holes in. Put that on. Got another piece there. And then I'm just gonna glue on some little pieces. Some. So yeah, these are just ideas if you've not got, you know, if you fancied just making some washi tape, if you've not got any. get another little piece of that to go on there, and then we've got 3 pieces. That there, and then we want another little piece along there. Let's get some of the sheet music. Right, so I'm just going to glue these bits down now that are sticking up. So we've got that bit there, that bit, there. Just turn it round, just glue this down. Right, okay, and I'm just going to cut across the back just to make it, so when you come to use it, you just want to put your double-sided tape on the back, and then you can just cut strips. You can cut it down the middle if you want thinner, if you've only got thick tape, and then that'll give you your base to embellish. So all I'm going to do is just stick some bits and pieces on there. Let's have a I think I'll do it botanical because it can go in my what do you call it, can't it, junky junk journal. Let's just, I'm going to stamp on the others, but these, see I've got stickers in that here. Just stick bits on, just a bit like snippet strips really, aren't they? Only washi, yeah, just washi. You know, if you're on a budget and you're fed up with the washi tape that you've got and you just want something a bit different, well, you can make some yourself. Use your stickers and your stamps and different things. I don't want a fairy. What else have we got? There's a lot of, oh yeah, I've got a big butterfly there. So you get the idea, don't you? You just sort of just embellish, just stick things on. What else have we got? Look, got another little butterfly. Put that at that end there. And then let's stick something down here. What's that? Let's have half of that flower. I hope I'm on camera there. So that's the idea. I'm not going to go on because I don't want to be on for ages. And then what I would do is, yeah, just use it like that, and then you can cut it in half or just cut strips off if you want. Put a big piece. In fact, what I'll do now is I'll put a piece of tape on the back like so. Okay. Now I might have to trim it off a little bit. Now, depending on what I was doing, if I wanted a thick piece, I'd leave it. If I wanted a thinner piece, I'd just cut a strip off it. So there we go. That's the first idea, just using paper and ephemera just to stick on. Right, let's just put that there. Let's get rid of that. Put that back, and then we've not got stuff absolutely everywhere. Right, we'll have a look at the alcoholics, and all I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to do some stamping. Okay, I've got my archival ink because it'll last longer, permanent, and I've got a variety of different stamps. Just grabbing them here, just wooden ones. Okay, so I'm just going to start, no rhyme or reason, and just stamp. And then I'm going to, these are like backgroundy stamps. And then I'm going to come in with this numbers. I'm going to stamp different ways. Okay, these little dots. I do sort of background stamping first, and then we do some floral over the top. Now I did get out, what have I done with it? A script stamp. Oh, it's here. In fact, this one, I never use this size. I'm going to cut it in half. I find it easier to use. Okay, so I'm going to leave it on the little bit of acetate. I'm just going to stamp my script over. You don't need to be fussy, just stamp. So they're sort of background stamping, like that. And then I'm going to start doing some sort of florals and that now. So, you know, I can go off the edge. Okay, there's that one. Let's try this one. As you can see, you just get snippets of all your different stamps. Yeah, like that. And then another one. I'll use this one. I hope you can see what I'm doing. It doesn't want to stamp as well over the orange for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, that's a bit better. Okay, so we've got sort of an image. Now I'm going to come in with just some other little fillers and just fill. You know, you can keep going and going and going. You can put as much stamping on as you want to or whatever. I just wanted to show you the idea. Right, guys. I turned the camera off for a minute because there was somebody at the door, and what I did was I lifted that piece of blue off and I was going to wrap it around some acetate, but then I realised it's sticky and it's going to pull off this side. So your sellotape leave on your baking paper. I'll have to just ignore that bit. The masking tape you'll be able to take off. Let's just put that down a bit. Yeah, it was only when I lifted it off and started wrapping it I thought this is going to be all sticky and pull off the underneath piece. Very silly of me. So don't use acetate, just keep your sellotape one on your baking paper, and then your masking tape. Let's see if this is dry. Not really. Let's see if I can. I'm just going to try and put my heat gun on for a minute just to see if I can finish it off. Right, let's do a bit of stamping then. Let's start off with some background stamps again, and let's just see. Now the brown I don't think is going to take any of the stamping, so I would probably just stick some ephemera on there or something, just something. I'm just going to go different ways with my stamp. You know, you could do it in whatever theme you do in your journal. If you wanted to do like underwater, you could do all like, you know, fish and coral and different, you know, different, use your different stamps. Let's get this, let's try this one, I like this one. I think my VersaFine ink might have been better, but I don't know whether it would stay because it's, whether it would sit right. Right, let's get another stamp. Let's do that one. Oh, that's nice. I hope you can see, I hope the camera's picking it up. You've got the idea anyway, haven't you? I just thought I would show you whilst I was making some. That's nice. Yeah, and I'll use some of this in my little junk journal. Let's do, got some filler stamps, what I call filler stamps here. Let's just do some of these. You know, you can go on and on stamping as much as you want to. or as little as you want to. They're nice. The brown one, yeah, it's too dark to stamp over, so I won't be able to stamp over that. But you could, you know, put some ephemera, stick some stickers on it or something, or some splatters or something. Let's see if I've got any more of them little filler stamps. 2 more here. Right, so that is it, guys. That's what I mean by me making my own bit of washi tape. I hope you found it interesting. You know, if you've, like I said, if you want your own washi tape and you've not got any, you know, the colour that you want, this is a way to make your own to match your project. What did I do with that other piece of the strip? Oh, it's here. And then that one, yeah. So what I would do is, like I said, definitely don't take your sellotape off and wrap it, but if you get a piece of acetate, which one, I think there's still a bit, let's try this one. Okay, get your piece of washi off, okay, like that. Isn't that nice? And then I just get a piece of acetate and I just wrap it round, and it's a way to store it rather than keeping, now that's a bit wet, so I'm not going to keep it on there. I'm going to leave it overnight to all dry off, so I'm just going to leave it on there because it's really wet at the moment, and yeah, it'll just all rip. But that's a way to store it, you know, just on a little piece of acetate once it's all fully dried. So that is me done for today then, guys. Like I said, I hope you found it useful. I don't know which is my favourite. I'm not sure, to be honest. They'll look better once they're all dry and, yeah, properly. But these will take a while to dry. The alcohol ones are dry, but silly me. Should never have folded that up, should I, knowing that it was sticky. But you live and you learn, and I've made the mistake now, so you guys won't make it. So there we go then, guys. I'm done for today. As always, thank you so much for stopping by. Take care, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.